Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing the Good Enough to Eat tag, which was created by the team at Book Break, and it's all about autumn, which is my very favourite season. So as soon as I saw Emma do this, I thought I'm gonna have to give this a go. Yeah, I'm not a summer person. I'm technically a summer baby because my birthday's at the end of August, but for me it's definitely all about autumn and spring. I just love it when the weather starts to cool down and the nights start to get darker and we can just cozy up inside. Last weekend I swapped out my summer wardrobe for my winter one, which makes it sound like I've got like a whole wardrobe of clothes for each season. I don't. I basically moved my few summer clothes from the front of the wardrobe to the back, brought out the jumpers, as you can see, and then swapped my shorts for my scarves. So for me it's a very exciting time of year, and also it's the start of like the new school term and all that kind of stuff. So I really love this tag. I think it's really fun. It's nice and short and celebrating my favourite season, so what more could I want? Okay, let's do the questions. As usual, I've got a screen just here, so that's where I'm looking because there is no way I'm remembering this. I'm actually quite impressed that I remember the name of the tag without looking at it. Question 1, what are your autumn snacking favourites to have whilst you read? So I'm not really one for like seasonal snacks, because all snacks are good snacks all year round. But for me, one thing that I definitely start consuming when the weather draws in is Turkish apple tea. This is instant powder apple flavoured drink. I'm sorry if you can hear the cat scratching at the door. This is Turkish apple tea, and basically you just add hot water to it. You can also drink it cold. But for me, it's definitely a sign that the weather's turning when I feel like I want to drink this, because I don't drink it any other time of year, just in the autumn and through the winter. So yeah, this is my favourite thing to have. And then this year, I was sent for my birthday, I was sent this lovely mug by the lovely Chloe from Chloe Reads Books. So yes, I will definitely be, probably this weekend, cracking this out with this and a nice read. Question 2, show off your most autumnal book stack. Now, I think when other people do this, they're going to show off books that have got like beautiful leaves on the cover and are like, you know, autumnal colours, like orange and reds. For me, I always feel like reading historical fiction as the weather cools down, the nights draw in. And I'm not quite sure why it is, but I do love a kind of like creepy, mysterious, historical fiction, like slightly gothic historical fiction at this time of year. And I also like the kind of sumptuous, fun, like loads of beautiful descriptions type historical fiction as well. So I'm just going to quickly show you the stack. We're not going to get too much in detail because they're definitely books I've talked about before on my channel. Let's try and hold this up without dropping it. So this is my stack. There we go. So we've got The 13th Tale by Diane Setterfield, The Silent Companion by Laura Purcell, The Wonder by Emma Donoghue, although to be fair, that is quite an autumnal cover on its own. The entire Matthew Shardlake series by C.J. Sampson, which starts with Dissolution. The Binding by Bridget Collins. The Sin Eater by Megan Campisi. And one of my favourites, The Illumination of Ursula Flight by Anna Marie Crowhurst. And look how stunning that cover is. I mean, this cover is gorgeous for any season, but for some reason I always feel like going back to historical fiction as we head from autumn into winter. Question 3, show off your books that have food on the cover. So doing this tag has shown me how few books I have that have food on the cover, and one that I've just shown you is The Sin Eater by Megan Campisi, which has got, well, it's a heart, but it's also got grapes on the cover, and it's about food. The only other one I've got in my whole collection is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, which I absolutely adored, and this has got food on the cover. I love this cover. And yeah, that was the only other one I've got, so clearly I need to add more books to my collection that have got food on the cover, so drop me a recommendation for one of those. But this is about a teenage girl who has been a young mum. She's got a 2-year-old and she loves to cook and she wants to be a chef, and we're basically following her life, and I just thought it was fantastic. I read it in August. I feel like I read it in August. I can't actually remember, July or August, recently. I just had a fantastic time. I would highly recommend it. But yeah, it's the only other book apart from The Sin Eater, which I also read. Yeah, I read both of them last month, that's got food on the cover. So yeah, drop me a comment and recommend me some. Skim through your current read. What's the first food you come across? Does it sound nice? So my current read, I've taken off the dust jacket, is The Rapture by Claire McGlasson, which is probably one of the weirdest books I've ever read. And it's about a cult in England, which actually existed in the 1940s. And I'm not sure we're going to find any good food in here because the whole thing is a bit grim. Let's see. I'm not sure we're going to find any. I think like the only food that I've come across so far is like bread and butter. So I think that's going to be a bust. But yes, please recommend. I am enjoying this, but please recommend me some books that have got food in. What's the nicest meal you've ever read about in a book? I'm going to come back to With the Fire on High because there's some really, really great descriptions of food in here, and there's a part towards the end. I mean, I don't want to give spoilers, but she's in the kitchen, and she gets to. I should really have looked this up before I did this. She gets to basically cook in a professional kitchen and do her own special for the day. And where is it? I remember reading it and being like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. Yeah, I can't find it. But definitely in this book, I just want to eat everything that's talked about in this book. Yeah, no, I can't find it. But yes, I would definitely recommend this book if you like books about food. Question 6. Have you ever made a book-themed recipe? No, although I am going to come back to this again because this book has recipes at the start of each section and I really want to make all of them. So we've got a When Life Gives You Lemons, make lemon verbena templique, which I think is a dessert. Sounds so good. What else have we got in here? Where's the next section? There's definitely one where she makes bread, I think with beer in it, and it sounds really good. Yeah, Amoni's No Use, oh, this is a different one. No Use Crying Over Spilled Strawberry Milkshake recipe, which also sounds really good. And I think the last one is the bread, and I was like, I want to eat all of this for sure. Where are you? As usual, professional booktuber. I know what I'm doing. I can't find you. There we go. When the world tries to break you, break beer bread with those you love. And yeah, I just think they all sound amazing. And then 7, tag your friends and recommend them the perfect autumn book and food combination you'll think they'll love. So I'm going to tag, I've got my list as usual, Hilary from Melted Books, Aoife from Words of Clover, and Olivia Savannah from Olivia's Catastrophe. I'm going to recommend you The Illumination of Ursa Flight, just because I think it's a book that all 3 of you would probably really like, and I would recommend that you pair it with the Turkish apple tea, because to me that is the taste of autumn. So drop me a comment below with your favourite autumnal books, and also recommend me books with food in them, because clearly I am sadly lacking. Let me know if you're going to do this tag, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye!